scene. But we got Mang0 on stream versus Pig. Mang0 versus Pig. Pig, if the audience is unfamiliar, is a puff from New York, placed right outside top 64 at SmashCon, and took a game off Reeve there as well.
Ooh, that's quite a good win. Yeah, you know, one of the things we always see kind of at this sort of phase of the tournament, this is usually the time, less so with pools, where, I mean, technically we still are in round 2 pools, but like the first round.
Oh, the counter rest.
Nice.
Pig starting off strong.
Doesn't even get a punish really at all. But yeah, this is the point in the game where like someone like Pig might play Mang0, might not look so great when the whole set's done, but definitely a pretty good player. Like able to get this far, you know, able to kind of take the lead at the start of the set, showing that Pig pretty good. Also,
it's kind of cool, you know, having that kind of huge opening at the start. So the confidence going into it is very nice from Pig's end, because I could feel like a lot of people would go for a little less risky of an option, right?
Yeah.
But Mang0 no slouch against the Puff. Had great victories over HBox at SmashCon just last week.
Ooh.
Off the top, you could see like the Smash DI2 on the rest, but I guess you'll go off the top with even pretty good DI.
Yeah, no, your point about the up air is a really great one, because resting up air, and we'll probably see Mang0 start to go for up throw back air instead to kind of deal with that, because it is something that Puff can do at the lower percents, not really at percents like that, but it's very risky. Like, it's kind of like you're sort of just calling out that they're going to be right on top of you and timing it. And, you know, like you said, if you're going for that right at the start, you're feeling good. You're thinking, maybe I can beat Mang0.
Yeah, with a start like that, I mean, anything's possible. A little bit of a lead, though, right now. And so far, it feels like Pig is not able to get, like, a huge opening on his last stock here.
I was about to say that looked like it was going to be enough. Doesn't get the kind of spacing that he wanted. Doesn't get the up smash. But, yeah, one of the things about this matchup, too, is, like, so as much as, like, Puff dies early is kind of a meme, like, this is the kind of matchup where you can play, like, the percent win condition, because Fox in particular, but even, like characters like Falco have moves that, like, if they just land that move, Puff dies. So like up tilt, for example, falling up air, these kind of like sort of just stray hits can also be like kill setups on their own. Like they or just straight up kills. So I think we're gonna see kind of, if we see the way that Mang0 played against Hungrybox at SmashCon, more of that kind of playing that percent game and sort of being patient.
Yeah, a lot of it had to do with lasers in particular, it felt like, because Mang0 would do these kind of lasers, and then it was kind of tricky to know whether Mang0 was going in or staying away after the laser, right? And so the Puff would take a lot of damage, actually, surprisingly, from the lasers themselves, and also it kept it tricky as to what Mang0 was going to be doing after. And then like you're talking about, like the falling up airs and up tilts really added up a lot once that percent was building up.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing about what makes the matchup kind of so tricky for Puff, is that if you have that option of, like, I can kind of back off and still build damage and, like, do something with that damage. Like, if you can just kind of get a random back air in the center of the stage and it's actually going to kill, then it's worth it to keep lasering. But
it's huge.
One thing you want to watch out for, though, is kind of that up throw up air percent. You will see sometimes people opt to not laser if up throw up air kind of will no longer be on the table. Like,
that's a good point, because once you build up the lasers to a high enough percent, then you're kind of like in this gray zone where back air and whatnot doesn't KO.
Yes.
But then up throw up air doesn't quite work either, so it ends up being like a net negative for the Foxes in some cases.
Yeah, you know, there's really like kind of shifting win conditions in the matchup as kind of time goes on. So right now, like, Mang0 can kind of start to build percents at this kind of like 75, 76-ish range. An up throw up air, probably going to be pretty effective. Charge up smash, certainly pretty effective if you can hit it, but a little crazy there. But like you said, things kind of go like off and on, and then as you build up more percent, then you can start going for these like random moves. But Fox has so many ways to set up kills in this matchup.
Fox is a pretty good character, it turns out.
Yeah.
Do quite a lot. The world is your oyster.
Really is. Beautiful jump kind of mix up there, baiting out the grab. Kind of, that's like a classic way to punish shield grab heavy Puffs, and there it is again.
I mean, that's just the style Mang0 has, right? Like, it feels like Mang0's right in your face, and he's going to continue the pressure, and maybe I can get a shield grab. But Mang0 just mixes in some of these nice non-attacking movement options to continue the pressure. The shine up smash is also a lot. We saw a lot of that in that SmashCon as well, at the low percents on Jigglypuff. It's a nice little way to build a percent. That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was pretty nutty. 3-stock, looking very, very, very clean. Hopefully a preview of what we're seeing maybe in, I mean, if Mang0 makes it all the way into a potential Hungrybox matchup later on. Always like to see Mang0 do well versus Puff. I feel like he has it in him too. Like, sometimes you watch Mang0 play and you're like, what he needs to do is sort of like change his approach to the matchup. But I feel like whenever I watch him play against Puff, it's like he actually knows exactly what he needs to do in the matchup. It's just like, how much can he kind of stay patient and commit to it?
You're absolutely right. I feel like it's really all about the restraint from Mang0's end. Because even at the Smash Con set, he was just saying, I just got sick of HBox. I just got sick of his shit. And then so he just started like hanging back a little bit and then not just running in super, super hard, right? And if that kind of style is being employed here, it's going to be extra hard for Pig. How did Mang0 get that edge guard? That was great recognition to know that he had enough time to go to the ledge with up B against Jigglypuff.
That's like the I've been playing for 15 years kind of stuff. Like, yo, like I got the time, and no way do I go for that. So really, really crazy stuff from Mang0.
It's so easy to get clipped off stage as Fox in a position like that, right? Because the Puff will just like jump off ledge back forward air. But okay, this is nice from Pig. Firing back a little bit.
Yeah, again, you know, like we were saying earlier, if you're making it this far in the tournament, this is kind of top 128. That actually is quite an achievement kind of on its own. So, you know, Dreamland working out decently for a Pig, but Mang0 answers back.
Always answering back. It feels like Mang0's getting the up smashes at like the perfect percents, right? Oh, has the right movement option to cover that tech in place, but just hesitates a little bit, I think. Or maybe it's stuck in like the dash animation from
we actually,
Pig's end.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, just from Pig's end, yeah. Missing the rest there.
Yeah, one of the things we've actually seen the European Puff solo battle kind of go for is resting tech in place a lot. It's not something we see HBox go for like literally ever. Like he's never done it in his entire life. But it is actually like quite good, especially if you have a read. There's a lot of spacies that are very tech in place heavy just because of how good tech in place Shine is. So that's something I'd like to see Puffs kind of do more in the future.
It is scary though, right? Because tech in place is arguably one of the harder ones to cover, right? Just in terms of timing. So I understand why some Puffs go for tech roll reads in place of that. But you're absolutely right. Definitely want to keep the Foxes on their toes and not just getting those tech in places for free.
Yeah, like for example, we'll see HBox kind of go for like the tech roll read a lot. It should be yeah. Even going for it, that was risky. That would have been a trade if it hit the get up attacker sheet, probably a better result. Can't believe you got the spot dodge out there. Just a little slow, I guess, on the grab.
Man, okay. This is looking really rough though for the Puffs. The falling up air is such a good option. I mean, between the falling up airs and the up smashes, it felt like Mang0 got the KOs at roughly about 100% every single time, right? Rather than letting it go past that threshold where, you know, up throw, up air and whatnot doesn't work as easily anymore. I think, yeah, the lowest percent KOs were like around 103. We didn't see Puff living like super long.
No, definitely not. I think a huge part of that was just because, unfortunately, Pig took a lot of like Mang0's bait. There were a lot of times, like even in that kind of last stock, where Mang0's kind of coming down with a falling up air, and I don't believe that was a shield poke. I think Pig was thinking like maybe I can shield drop, maybe I can go for a grab. I mean, we just saw the replay and I looked away. But yeah, those kind of moments, especially we saw a bunch of times baiting out shield grabs and then just getting punished for it. A player of HBox, ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, see, just acting. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, Jigglypuff kind of thinking, I can probably do something, and it's like, no, that's what Mang0 wants right now, is for you to think that there's an opening that isn't there.
I also think Mang0's just timings are so tricky to read, right? Even when he's right on top of you, it feels like he delays some of these aerials on your shield, anticipating you to like act out of shield, and then punishing that as well. So he's arguably like the hardest person to get like a handle on timing-wise.
Oh, for sure.
You know? It's crazy. What a guy.
Yeah, you know, like the way I like to kind of imagine Mang0's playstyle, especially in neutral, is kind of like, it's like he's a car that has like more gears than an average car, you know what I mean? So he can kind of change up the timings and like shift to a different gear. And I feel like most players, like especially like newer players, they have like stop and go. And I feel like Mang0 has like all these different timing kind of variations. So like you said, getting a read on that, trying to predict like what is Mang0, like how quickly and like what is he looking for? He's constantly changing it around. You know, the more I think about it, the car analogy, like from a gear thing sort of works, but from how a car mechanically works, it's like you're just sitting there going like this. It makes no sense at all.
No, it does.
But,
I mean, if you're driving, sometimes
you're driving stick. You know?
If you're trying to throw off the person behind you, and if that was your aim in driving, then your analogy works 100% of the time.
Or if you're just like, yeah, we're gonna quickly jump into an ad and.